I'm also interested to find out, like, how the general community feels about Ashes of Creation now, to be honest. Because I was looking at the category yesterday for the game, and it was abysmal. And I was really surprised. Like, I was really surprised at how few people were watching the game. And it makes me wonder what the hell's going on with that. People not liking the game? I wonder why. Because the drops thing is very odd. Like, the new... I guess the gearing rework is what's strange to me. Number of negative threads on Reddit. Mob farming isn't fun. I agree. Yeah. I feel like general MMORPGs have struggled for a long time. I think this one was moving in a really good direction in 2.5. I really do. I think that it was moving in a direction where it felt like it could compete. Like it could compete with something like EVE, it can compete with World of Warcraft, it could carve its own space while being different from them, right? And now it just doesn't feel right, you know? Is the game just forcing us to play crafting simulator? Kind of. Like, combat feels good to do, but it doesn't feel rewarding right now. Which feels awkward to me, man. Like, it felt really rewarding before. The game felt better in 2.5. Yeah, it's a massive overcorrection, I think, in terms of design for them right now. And it makes me wonder how they're going to adapt to that. Because I liked it the way that it felt in terms of progression in Phase 2. The problem that I had with Phase 2 was that there was no item syncs. And they said, oh, well, repair is going to fix that in the future. We don't have repair still. And now we have this, which is like no items drop, really. So it's like... I feel like it was just one step away from being good, and now it's a completely different system, right? If that makes sense. Just like intentional sabotage? I don't think it's sabotage. I think they had an idea that seemed cool, and it just didn't work, man. Like, that's it. Yeah. They wanted to do something, it just didn't work. Yeah, combat should feel rewarding. I agree with that. Makes me wonder what's cooking behind closed doors. Same. Because, like, it used to feel... I don't know. It just felt better before. I don't even know how else to say it. Like, I had to work for like 6 hours to make this bow and this sword so that I could do this kind of damage. So I can kill monsters that are about the same level as me. You know? Yeah, the alpha's got a lot of work to go. I just feel weird about it because... Like, when we played the last alpha phase, the game felt better in the last alpha phase. And the thing a lot of us were calling for is we need item syncs, right? Like, we needed item syncs for the end game so that the end game would actually make sense. You'd be milling items. And we didn't get the item sync, but what we did get was we got infinitely harder to get items. Do you like how crafting and how the inventories handle this game? Not at all right now. Not even a little bit. I liked it a lot in Phase 2.5. It always felt interesting to get items, but this new system is just... It's a mess, dude. Like, I don't like the idea of going to a vendor to buy items to be able to do your crafting on top of collecting items, right? If you're a crafter, you should be able to gather at the materials for your crafting yourself. Yeah, I mean... I guess the weird thing with crafter is it feels like everyone has to be crafting. Like, everyone does. You can't just be like a... You can't be like a combat guy, and like that's it. Which is not really what I'm used to. Like, I'd like to be a crafter or be a thing, right? Not I have to do everything. Don't want to be an everyman thing. Do you think they should increase XP gain for character leveling? I don't know. And here's the reason why, right? Leveling over great deals of time can work. You can kind of isekai people into a video game that way, right? Like, they replace their daily routine with getting on and playing the game. And they feel more attached to their character when it's very well leveled up. The problem is, you've put a brick wall in the way of anybody who wants to get into that game. It's a very particular kind of person that wants to play a game like that. And they're not very common, right? Like, it's just not. Like, the reason why it works in, say, EVE Online is because you're progressing even when you're not logged in. Your character is gaining experience over time in EVE, not over gameplay. So if you don't want to play it for a little while, you can. You can just not play it for a little while, and that's okay. And you're constantly going to be leveling up, right? With this, the rate of time to level is very, 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 very long, which isn't going to be there for everybody. For me, I like it, personally. I like that kind of gameplay, but I know it's not that popular with a lot of different people. EverQuest back in the day? Yeah. That's like a really good example, to be honest with you. Did Winky turn off the client? Maybe. Yeah, it was cope, it'll take. Exactly. It's like, have a conversation. A real one, you know? Did Winky actually turn off the game? He might have. Yeah, wrong. Exactly. Final Fantasy XI is not this level of grind, right? It's not this level of grind. You have to understand that once you get to about like level 20 in this, it slows down considerably. And every time you die in this, you get EXP debt. So it puts a little buffer over EXP, and you have to grind that off first. And if you die a bunch of times, it can fill up pretty rapidly. So, like, there's that as well. You do, like, your progression is slowed pretty dramatically in this game. I think the thing that is concerning to me over this is not the time of development. The concerning thing to me is conflicting systems. They have a lot of conflicting systems. They have the big, massive open world. They have a shitload of objectives that require you to work together in very large groups, right? And then when they do that, they have the crafting system that's based on magnitudes of scale. Lots of people working together. And then guilds are very hard to make. There's no alliance system, and you can only have 50 people in the guild. Which is like, what? So it's just like really at odds with itself sometimes, and I'm just like, why are you doing that? Having no vertical PvP progression system post-max level will kill the game. I think the thing that's going to kill the game before that is no economic solution to items. That's the issue, right? Like, I think that's the biggest problem that I see with that, is there's no solution to getting all of your items at endgame. It's none. Like, you just get the items and you have them. You just repair them on a vendor. Supposedly, we're going to get items and then have to repair them off of a player, but now they've made items so difficult to get that if you have to repair them off a player and they get, like, permanent durability loss, it's just going to feel like gig as shit. How would you improve the economy? Dude, all we needed from Phase 2.5, the only thing that was necessary was item sinks. Not gold sink, not a shitload of gold sinks. Item sinks. They didn't need to overcomplicate crafting in this way that made it, like, deeply unfun for the crafters again. They just need to make it so that items degrade over time or have to be repaired or some shit, right? And that was supposed to be brought out in the repair system that they've never implemented. So, like, now we've got this weird interim system that I don't quite understand. That's just weird. And no one knows if this is, like, a permanent thing for the game, if it's supposed to feel this way, if it's a stepping stone. Like, there's nothing, you know? So it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know what the intention is here, but it feels weird, and I don't like it. Seems like they put a lot of work into it. I think the weird thing is they put a shitload of work into this update, but the update feels bad. So it's like it just feels wrong.